Yes, it's finally here. After weeks of being teased with beautiful looking models, improved graphics, new maps, and of course new tricks, we finally have the newest update for Scooterflow. And I'm going to be telling you everything you need to know about it. Geez, where do I start? Well, I guess the starting screen, right? Oh yeah, for a more secure and safer experience, you'll have to have Steam open or open the game through Steam for it to work properly. Anyway, as you can see from the footage here, the Scooterflow team have been working mega hard behind the scenes. And you can see that with the sheer amount of brands who have agreed to work with the game. And these brands include, but are not limited to, Scooterflow's longest supporting brand Olay, Apex, Envy, Skate Pro, Proto, Lucky, and so many more. After the loading screen, you'll be greeted with this beautifully made menu, which allow you to navigate through the 4 maps that come with the game, using only your controller now, no need for the mouse. Oh yeah, you can also even access the new community map section here too. With this update, you'll be able to distinguish the different parks through images displayed on the screen. It won't work for the older ones as there aren't thumbnails for these yet, but for future maps it should work. No more having to type mod maps to access the maps made by you wonderful lot in the Discord server. By the way, you can also join that by clicking the join Discord button on the right hand side too. The menu also allows you to access the new customized scooter section. Not only has this massively improved on the previous scooter builder from the previous builds, but you can now save up to 3 scooters so you can create and select from 3 different scooter builds at any point. Now diving into customization, the team recently took on a lad called Max, and he is a huge reason why this update looks as good as it does. He's responsible for the epic new scooter parts, skate park texturing, and the new animations. And geez, just look at all these breathtaking new high quality parts that you can choose from. You want a wide deck? Well, pick a wide deck. You want to run pegs? Pick how many you want. You want to create the most colourful scooter out there to stand out from the crowd? Well, do it. With all these amazingly designed and realistic official scooter branded parts, the builds you can create are endless. As much as I want to carry on talking about how good these parts look, because honestly I could do this for hours, let's move on and check out some more cool features. Alright, so the controls are displayed better and show you which buttons do what. I don't know why I'm explaining to you what the controls section is. You know, it's the control section. But if you want to know how to do a trick, it'll be in this section here. The team explained to me that the game has essentially been rebuilt in most areas, and that's the same for the optimization. You can play this on the lowest of low end PCs or the highest end PCs, but regardless of which it is, you'll be able to adjust how you play in the options section. I remember when I tried playing the old Scooterflow version on my PC, which isn't low end by any means, I'd have my fans blaring, but with this build I can't even hear my fans, and that just proves how much better of a build it is already. Okay, let's start with the Washington Way skate park. Washington Way got a real facelift with improved textures and even graffiti dotted around the map to add character to it. Speaking of character, you'll notice the rider here looks a little different, and that's because he is. A new player model has been added to the game, and no, this isn't the only character that will be added, but it is the only one in this current build. Because of this new player model, you can now freely walk, jump, and sprint around? He looks a little goofy, but I think it's quite funny. The cool thing is about having this newfound freedom that you can go places that you couldn't go before. Well, without the mod menu of course. Oh, that reminds me, until a new mod menu comes out, the current mod menus and the mods in general won't work. Anyway, back to walking around. Okay, so spawning. If you press Y, it will get you off your scooter, but if you press Y again to get back on the scooter, it will take you back to your session marker. To make a new session marker, you press up on the D-pad, and then to go back to the marker, you press down on the D-pad. I hope that makes sense. It's a little confusing, but you get the idea. Let's move on to tricks. There is now a new type of way to bunny hop. Essentially, if you want to do a low hop for a single bar spin for example, pull down the right stick and do a quick flick. That will do a low hop. These are really handy for grinds and combos. Whereas if you pull all the way down on the right stick and push up to the top, you'll do a higher bunny hop, allowing you to do tricks like double whips and bri flips flat. Did I say bri flips? Well, that's right, you didn't mishear me. One of the new tricks added to the game is the bri flip, and to do this, for a bunny hop, push down on the right stick whilst holding the right trigger. If you hold it for longer and have enough airtime, you can do more than one. Supermans have been changed to Superman deck grabs as well, which look pretty awesome, as well as the animations for inverts and the pushing on the scoot too. Honestly, it's the little things that really make it feel like the team really care about this game and your experience when playing it. There have been improvements made on the physics too, but don't worry, nothing too drastic. If you could flare before, then you still can. The transition physics work great, the airs are amazing too, and although not as refined as I think you guys might want them to be, the grinds have improved. It feels like you have more control over how you grind and where you grind, and not just doing board slides. Don't get me wrong, they could be better, but they work nicely. We also now have 3 camera angles. They're all pretty different. We have this far-sided one, which looks pretty sick. It would be good for edits. We have this lower behind camera angle, which I'm not sure I'm a fan of. And then the POV or overhead or GoPro camera angle, whichever you want to call it. I personally think the lower camera angles are the best one, but it could be a little higher, but maybe that's just me. Let's move on to the new maps. We finally have a remastered version of the Mega Ramp, which will be awesome for getting sick combos on. I also got this triple flare first go, not to brag or anything, but looks pretty sick. This is much better than the previous Mega Ramp, which was actually located in the same area as the Washington Waystgate Park, but just out of bounds. It kind of looks like you're in Nitro Circus and you're about to do a run with our Willy. Speaking of whom, he's from Australia, you guys are from New Zealand. Come on, just put him in the game. You have to. Now moving on to new parks, which have actually been designed by a company called Rich Landscapes based in New Zealand. They've been working with the Scooterflow team and using the designs on their website have allowed them to recreate these beautiful parks in game. First up is Knight's Stream Skate Park. This has a nice variety of everything. Street, bowl, and even a grass resi. Being able to work with this company has helped the team so much with their designs. I have a soft spot for parks that are based on real life locations, so this is a win. The map rides really well and I can't wait for you guys to get some sick lines in it. The last map that comes with this update is called X Air 2022, and this is based on a real competition course designed by Rich Landscape, and they go into detail on their website, which is linked in the description by the way, on how their park is integrating the needs of 3 different action sports into the design, which allowed Rich Landscapes to focus on providing various obstacles and pushing athletes to think creatively when riding them. The map is a ton of fun to ride and I highly recommend you check out the website because the Scooterflow team will be working closely with them, and there may or may not be some interest in adding the Masterton skate park in an upcoming update. But hey, who knows. Wow, what an update. So much to talk about, and if there is anything that you are hoping to see but didn't see in this update, fret not my friends, because I have been told that the game will be updated frequently, possibly even on a weekly basis with the new features, new tricks, new maps, and so much more. With the team taking on Max, they had to push back the addition of nose manuals, improved manuals, and reverts as they weren't deemed a priority at the time, but they are coming. Well, there we go. That's everything you need to know about the most recent Scooterflow update. I hope you found this helpful and enjoyed the video. Make sure to purchase the game yourself if you haven't already. There is a link in my description and that will take you to the Steam page to purchase it. If you want yourself a chance of winning a free copy of Scooterflow, make sure to stop by my live stream, which is probably going on right now. Once the game goes live, I'll be streaming the game, showcasing all the features and giving away a copy of the game to a lucky viewer. Huge thanks to Dylan and the team for providing me a copy of this build early so I could make this video. They've worked super hard on this, so leave them some nice words in the comments. Also, I want to say a huge thank you to all my members. We got Aaron, Everscoots my dude, Dylan, Trainer Sparks, Blue, The Average Kid Steve069, and Smokey. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you guys want to become a channel member as well, it is only $1.99 a month. By becoming a member, you get early access to videos and you get to use emotes in my live streams as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.